What if the family SUV you thought you already understood just rewrote its own rulebook? Because that's exactly what's happening right now, and by the time we reach the final feature, waiting at the end of this video, you'll understand why so many drivers are rethinking what a three-row SUV is supposed to feel like. Welcome to the Speed Nest, where we go beyond the spec sheet and dig into what actually makes a vehicle worth talking about. For years, the Explorer has been the SUV family's quietly trusted without needing convincing. It didn't chase headlines, it just worked. But this new version isn't playing it safe anymore. Ford didn't just tweak a few details here. They gave this SUV a reason to turn heads again, and that starts the moment it rolls into view. Up front, the fascia has been completely resculpted. A bolder grille cuts a sharper line across the nose, flanked by slimmer, more aggressive LED headlamps that give the whole face a sense of focus it didn't have before. Air doesn't just hit this front end, it's guided around it, which is part of why the shape looks so much more deliberate in person. But here's where things start getting interesting. Follow that character line down the side, and you'll land on available 20-inch alloy wheels that fill out the wheel wells in a way that makes the whole stance look lower and more planted. Walk around back, and the rear gets its own quiet transformation. A new taillight signature stretches across the tailgate, paired with a reshaped bumper that gives the rear end a far more premium presence on the road. And that's only the exterior story. Step inside, and the tone shifts completely. The cabin greets you with a 13.2-inch touchscreen, running Ford's latest Sync 4A system, angled toward the driver like it actually wants to be used, not just looked at. Soft touch materials line the dash. The seats feel considerably more supportive than before, and the ambient lighting settles the whole space into something that feels less like a workhorse SUV and more like a genuine retreat on wheels. Here's where the story changes, though, because comfort was never the hard part. The real challenge was making this SUV smarter without making it complicated. That's where BlueCruise comes in, Ford's hands-free highway system. Now enhanced with an automatic lane change feature that reads traffic and repositions the vehicle without you lifting a finger. Add in Ford Co-Pilot 360, quietly watching your blind spots, reading lane markings, and stepping in before a small mistake becomes a real problem. And you start to see a vehicle that's not just assisting you, it's actively looking out for you. But the biggest surprise is still ahead. Under the hood, buyers can choose between a 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder for everyday efficiency or a 3.0-liter EcoBoost V6 for those who want real muscle behind the wheel. Both capable of towing up to 5,000 pounds when properly equipped. And for the first time, Ford has added something the Explorer lineup has never had before. An off-road focused Tremor trim, built for drivers who want capability that goes far beyond the school run and the grocery run. What happens next is what really sets this SUV apart from anything with its name before it. Every trim now comes with an available panoramic fixed glass roof, flooding the cabin in natural light and making the third row feel like an actual seat you'd choose, not one you'd settle for. Power-fold third-row seats fold flat at the push of a button, opening up to 85.8 cubic feet of cargo space for road trips, sports gear, or whatever life throws in the back. Now let's talk about the number that actually matters to most families: the price. The 2026 Explorer starts at around $38,465, which puts it in direct competition with the Honda Pilot, the Toyota Highlander, the Chevrolet Traverse, and the Hyundai Palisade. Against the Pilot and Highlander, the Explorer answers back with a bolder design and a genuinely more premium-feeling cabin. Against the Traverse, it holds its own on cargo space, and against the Palisade, the story becomes less about price and more about character. This is the SUV for someone who wants their family hauler to still feel like it has some attitude. And to be fair, this isn't a perfect story either. A fully loaded Platinum or Tremor trim can climb well past $50,000, which narrows the value gap against some rivals. Some of the standout features, like the panoramic glass roof and BlueCruise, sit behind higher trims rather than coming standard, so the base model doesn't tell the whole story. It's a vehicle that rewards buyers who spend a little more, rather than one that hands you everything from the entry point. Personally, I think that's a fair trade. Few three-row SUVs at this price manage to feel this composed on the road, while still offering genuine off-road credibility through the Tremor trim. That combination is rare in this segment. This is a vehicle built for the mornings that don't go as planned, the drives that turn into something longer than expected, and the family that needs one SUV to do absolutely everything. And that brings us to the detail we promised at the beginning, the one that quietly redefines what this SUV can be. For the very first time, the 2026 Explorer lineup opens the door to electrified performance, with hints of a plug-in hybrid variant joining the family, giving drivers a taste of what the next chapter for this nameplate could look like. That's the story of the all-new 2026 Ford Explorer. Not just an update, but a statement that the family SUV segment still has plenty of surprises left. So tell us, if you were cross-shopping right now, would you choose this Explorer over the Toyota Highlander, the Honda Pilot, or the Hyundai Palisade? Drop your pick in the comments, hit like if this video earned it, and subscribe to the Speed Nest so you never miss the next story worth telling.